Hey guys! With the 1.8 snapshots, there's been a lot of changes to enchanting. Now you need Lapis to enchant your tools, so if you forget, it can get really annoying. This survival-friendly redstone system dispenses 3 Lapis for you and even puts any that you didn't use back into the system. Let's see this in action. As soon as I step on this pressure plate, you can see I immediately get 3 Lapis, so I can just shift click each of these into the table and get an enchantment. If I don't use all the Lapis, we can see it go back into the system. If I shift click each of these in and get a level 8 enchantment and it only takes 2 Lapis, if we leave the Lapis in there and leave the screen, you can see it falls on top of the table and gets sucked back into the system. If you don't usually stick around for the explanation part of these videos, be sure to stick around for the new format I have set up. Anyways, let's look at beneath the floor at what the redstone looks like. You can't see it very well here, so let's go outside and break the system down. This system is based around a pulse multiplier, and this compact design was made by Red's Miners. You can check out his video on it and his YouTube link in the video description below. Other than that, let's take a look at how this little system works. For this system, we're going to refer to this as Dropper 1, Comparator 1, Dropper 2, and Comparator 2. We're going to start off the system by noting that there is a clock, or a roundabout signal. In order for this to be activated, it needs a trigger. We're going to trigger it with this pressure plate here. When it is pressed, this item in this dropper 1 facing upwards is going to go into this hopper. In turn, it's going to activate comparator number 1 and start up the clock we were talking about earlier. Dropper number 2 is then going to be repeatedly activated, each time sending an item to the hopper. Comparator number 2 is then going to shut off because there's nothing in dropper number 2, and item number 1 is free to go back. That means comparator 1 turns off, and the whole system's reset when everything in hopper 2 goes into dropper 2. When this is viewed in game, it's a lot faster, but we can see this clock going around 3 times and dispensing 3 Lapis out of this dispenser. To make this circuit for yourself, it's easiest to just build what you see here. Just make sure that dropper 1 is facing this way and a hopper is facing into it, and over here with dropper number 2 is facing this way and the hopper is facing into it as well. Make sure you have 3 items in this dropper here, 1 item here, and all your Lapis goes in this final one. To actually hook the circuit up to an enchantment table, all you need to do is run a signal down from diagonal from the enchantment table down into this block with a repeater there and 3 redstone dust there. And you want to put some hoppers so you can get the Lapis back in the system if you don't use it. To do this, find the one with the Lapis, put some hoppers into it, and do the final one underneath the enchantment table. Because of the enchantment table's size, it's smaller than most Minecraft blocks, items that are placed on top of it can be sucked up through a hopper underneath it. This also works for some other blocks, including trapdoors, any kind of slab, cake, and end portal frames. If you still need a closer look at this system, there's a world download in the video description below. Also, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section on the new explanation system, and be sure to check out Red's Miners channel. If you really loved it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, everybody.